Patrick is just around the corner and you still can't play Gloo? Well, you came to the right place, because Nero will tell you everything you need to know before gluing, in just 3 simple steps. And by the end of this video, you will be able to dominate everyone, in game, of course. This is very important. Before playing, you need to understand the hero first, of course, and I will make it as simple as possible. His skill 1 slams the ground and plants a trap. This trap will explode after a delay, deals damage, and immobilizes enemies. If you step on it, it will explode immediately and the cooldown will be reset. This is his main mechanic that many people still miss. His skill 1 explosion also recovers a percentage of his max HP. The damage also scales with his max HP. Now this is important, because this is what makes him so painful despite using a tank build. His skill 2 will split himself into smaller parts, and the biggest will be the one you control. Each unit will hit the enemy and deal magic damage. If you move, they will follow you. And these units can be attacked although the HP are not shown. If this skill touches your trap, you will be pulled into the trap. In the split state, you get an extra 10% movement speed, which makes this skill good for escaping or chasing. But his ultimate is even crazier. His ultimate teleports to the enemy, recovering his HP, then attaching himself to the enemy for 9 seconds. In this state, you can also use his other skills, and his basic attack will deal magic damage in an area, which scales with your HP. This is not even the craziest part. Your skill 2 pulls you both, and his trap can now be activated by the enemy. Not only that, the damage he receives will be transferred to the enemy you ride by 80% as magic damage. Unfortunately, this excludes turrets damage. And you have to know one thing, his ultimate can only be used on an enemy with a full stack on. Hold on, what stack? His passive marks the enemy. Each mark slows them down and reduces their damage on you. The mark can be stacked up to 5 times, and this is the mark that opens his ultimate. And that's it. Once you understand his skills, step 1 is done. If you don't understand yet, rewind the video and try it in practice mode too. But we are not finished here. The next step will be the game changer that elevates your gameplay. So listen carefully. This step is very important, so you won't end up like her. What exactly is preparation about? Well, it is about preparation, of course, including build, emblem, and what lane to choose. I will explain about the build. There is something called core item. It's a term used for items that are must-have. A hero usually has 1, 2, or 3. For Gloo, he has 3 core items, and the first one is Cursed Helmet. This item gives you massive amount of HP, and its passive burns enemies in a small area around you. And, just like Gloo himself, the damage also scales with his max HP, which can be triggered when riding the enemy, making this item a must-have for Gloo. The second item is Guardian Helmet, an item that gives you the most HP in the entire game. This item heals you when you are out of battle. And because Gloo damages and heals scale with his max HP, this item will favor his skill by a lot. But this item is actually less important than the other items. Some even argue that this one is not that good. But the next one is the real deal. This is his last core item, and also the most important one, Glowing Wand. This item burns the enemy if you deal magic damage to them, and Gloo is a magical hero, pun intended. This item is also an anti-regen item, which means it can reduce the enemy recovery and shield by 40%. But why not Dominance Ice? Isn't that item also an anti-regen item? I will cover that in another video. Write in the comment if you already know why. And for the last 2 items, you can use what you need the most or what you like. I recommend defense items, like Oracle, for example, for more regen, or Clock of Destiny for stackable hybrid defense. As for the boots, anything works except the attack speed boots. Use ones that fit your needs. And that's it. You just learned glue itemization in just 2 minutes. If you want to see the alternative or extreme builds, go check out my other videos. Now let's get to the part that's been asked by many people. Now for the emblem and spell. I'll assume you already know how the emblem system works, so I am just going to give you the combinations for Gloo. The best emblem for Gloo is basic common emblem. But why? Because Gloo's mana is a little bit of a problem, and basic common emblem gives you hybrid regen, meaning it regenerates mana and HP passively. If your basic common emblem is max level, you don't have to buy demon boots anymore. For the first talent, use agility. Movement speed helps Gloo spam his skill 1. For the second talent, I recommend Wilderness Blessing for even more movement speed, or Bargain Hunter for item discount. If you love using Guardian Helmet like I do, Bargain Hunter helps a lot because Guardian Helmet is expensive. Last but not least, the best core talent for Gloo is Impure Rage. Other talents work too, just not this one. And if you know what you are doing, you can use any emblem except Marksman. Well, you can if you wanna. Time for the spell. Pay attention because I am going to show you a little bit of tricks too. The first one is Sprint. This helps a lot for spamming his skill 1. I recommend this for beginners because it's easy to use and you don't need too much timing skill. You can also combine his skill 1 with Flicker, and this spell can help you escape turrets. Next is Revitalize. This spell heals you and your teammates. Good for diving. Then we have Execute, and it's good for the reason that I haven't told you. His ultimate cooldown is reduced to 5 seconds if the enemy you ride dies. This spell mostly helps a little, but viable against tanky heroes with high HP. Next is Flame Shot, and here's the trick. You can push your enemy into your trap. That's not all, you can also push them while riding them. That way your skill 1 can be reset again. Now you know everything. It's time for the real thing, the real gluing. Which brings us to the next step, the most critical step. Hold on, future me here, I forgot about the lane. Most effective is EXP or roam, but you can actually play anywhere. Watch this video to know why and how. You may continue, Nero said calmly. Think of it like a gun. Understanding is the bullet, preparation is reloading, and execution is pulling the trigger. Let me show you how to pull the trigger. Place a trap on the enemy position, and tap your skill 2. Skill 2 automatically aims for your trap. This quickly gives the enemy a full stack, and you can use your ultimate. Use skill 1 and skill 2 combo again while riding them. Finish them off using your enhanced basic attack. Now pay attention. I will give you a pro-level trick that I usually don't tell. Instead of using skill 1 and skill 2 combo immediately, try using skill 1 first and don't forget to predict the enemy movement. Once they got immobilized like this, quickly use the combo. This is used to ensure your skill 2 doesn't miss, and you get an extra explosion damage. Now you know how to pull the trigger, but that's not the only thing needed to shoot a shot. Wait, what else do I need other than the bullet reloading and pulling the trigger? Aim. Your aim is the key to victory. In MLBB, the aim is adaptation. I'll show you the real game. As you can see here, I play gold. Why? I just want to. Don't forget to help other lanes if you can. Gloo power is strong from early game. Use the basic combo since you haven't unlocked the ultimate. Well, he ran. Don't forget your lane, of course. Clear fast and help other lanes. No need to fight the enemy you can't win against. That's why I use super speed boots. Remember your priority. They're jungler. Sicilian might get some gold, but we got a turtle and 2 of the enemy heroes. We also share the gold amongst all of us. He thought he was safe because I was far away. I am literally a Johnson right now. Okay, he flickered. That's why we don't immediately use our ultimate. Don't rush, keep that in mind. And when the time is right, go for it. Just like that. If we used our ultimate too early, he might have escaped. So always think about your move. This is an example of a bad move. I could have flickered.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
So why do I ult the tank for this? Remember, turrets kill you, so try to use skill 2 to bring them out. And use what you have to its fullest potential. And understand your enemy skill, like how I wait for Harley to use his skill. Is he trying to recall? The idea of adaptation is to adjust your gameplay based on the condition of the game. That's why I call it aim. Because it's like aiming before pulling the trigger. You essentially adjust. Watch this. I used my ultimate at a critical moment because he recovers HP when he rides, and Harley ultimate also helps the transferred damage. Then I do this. Can you explain why I use skill 1 before using flicker? Only pros understand. Hold on, there's another fight. Watch and analyze. I am not even going home, and I know I can do it because Alpha's ultimate is a dash which I can block with immobilize. Let's bring him further from the turtle so he won't regen. Then we block his way to the turtle. Remember what I always say in my videos, always adapt. If you understand enough but you lose, that means you failed to adapt. Or your teammates are just absolutely freaking garbage. Which happens, so don't be harsh to yourself. Because we are winning, I can just bait them. And when our teammates back us up, we back them up back, something like that. Sorry, wrong direction. If I dashed towards Arlot's ultimate, it could have been better. Shout out to Minotaur. I quickly used my ultimate because there were too many of them. I could have died if not. Unfortunately, it's a tank. And we won. It's solo, by the way. We got lucky to meet Minotaur. Here's the history. I view from a different account because some people don't believe me sometimes. I showed you a solo game as an example, because most of you are solo players, I think. This one, however, is an absolute disaster because I played against a party, but I was recruited, so I essentially play solo. I can't even describe how mad I was. Their stats said they did the absolute bare minimum. Anyways, if you want to see more Gloo videos, subscribe. I also make other stuff too.